Hi, I'm Lauren Breen. Here at Curtin University, we work together with young people who have lived experience of grief to improve outcomes for them. With the generous support of Healthway, we examined how young people understand the term grief literacy. We co-designed this study with a youth advisory committee and held 10 workshops with 42 young people aged 14 to 24 in Western Australia.
Grief literacy is a concept designed by and for older adults. Young people in the workshops understood the concept but told us the definition needed to be simplified. For them, grief literacy means knowing about grief, showing support to grieving people, and being caring and compassionate to themselves and others. They suggested several other terms that made the concept more relevant to them, such as being grief aware or grief smart.
Grief is a common experience for young people. Grief is normal, but is also linked to mental health problems and other challenges. Grieving young people often don't get the support they need. We asked young people to imagine a world where grieving young people were supported. They created many scenarios to indicate what a grief-literate world would be like for them.
These scenarios show a range of losses that are important to young people, such as the death of a close person or pet, life transitions, relationship breakups, identity changes, and personal crises. Young people want to be listened to, have their grief normalised and validated, and for people to check in with them over time. They don't like outdated ideas like stages of grief and getting over it cliches and unsolicited advice. They want respect, understanding, patience, acceptance, and no judgment. Young people told us,
"In my experience, I didn't know what to do as it was happening. If I'd known about grief, I would have handled it better."
We need to know how to get support when dealing with grief and how to help others with their grief.
In a grief-literate world, we'd be able to have conversations about grief with people around us.
A perfect world would allow space for expression of emotional vulnerability.
Grief literacy would make an uncomfortable topic become a little bit more comfortable. So when we go through it ourselves, it'll be something we understand and know where to reach out to.
Developing a workshop with a whole syllabus about it would be just incredible for young people.
Grief literacy would be for young people dealing with grief firsthand, but also for their peers to have as well.
You have no idea when grief is going to come, so it's good to be prepared and know how to deal with things like that, especially at a young age.
When you grow up talking about grief, you're more used to it and well aware of resources around.
In a perfect world, young people would feel equipped and comfortable and have the right tools and information to provide that support and also take care of themselves during that process.
Working with young people helped us to understand that young people want structured ways to learn about grief, including how to talk about it, ways to get support, how to help a grieving peer, and how to feel less isolated and alone. Again, we thank Healthway for funding this research. Our next steps include designing grief literacy campaigns and interventions tailored to young people and the people who support them, like parents, teachers, and health professionals. These steps are important to create a world that recognises, validates, and supports young people's grief. If you'd like more information, please head to our website.